Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you to this special press briefing on the ongoing state visit of the President of France. For this special briefing, we have with us our Ambassador to France, Shri Sanjeev Singla, and he is assisted by Additional Secretary, Shri Piyush Srivastav, who looks after France in the Ministry of External Affairs. With that, I request our Ambassador to give you an update as to how things have unfolded today, which has been the first day of President Macron's visit to India. Sanjeev, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you. The President of the French Republic, His Excellency President Macron, is visiting India at the invitation of the Honorable Prime Minister. And this is President Macron's fourth visit to India, his first visit to Mumbai, incidentally. And this visit follows the visit of our Prime Minister to France last year when he co-chaired, along with President Macron, the AI Action Summit that was hosted by France. This visit also follows several high-level recent exchanges that we've had with Europe. You recall that last month on our Republic Day, the President of the European Commission, the President of the European Council, they were our chief guests, where we also concluded the India-EU Free Trade Agreement, and we also have many European dignitaries at the AI Summit, which is happening in Delhi. In terms of program, the President arrived last night, and he started off his day today by paying homage to the victims of the 26/11 terror attack. After that, in the afternoon, he held a bilateral meeting with our Prime Minister. At the end of the bilateral meeting, they also virtually inaugurated the H125 final assembly line of the helicopter, which is being jointly manufactured by the Tatas, the Tata Advanced Systems and Airbus, on the outskirts of Bangalore in Vemagal in Karnataka. After which there was the India-France Innovation Forum, and the Prime Minister is hosting a dinner for the President, for the French delegation. And soon after this, they would go to the Gateway of India, which would also mark the formal inauguration of the India-France Year of Innovation. This entire year is being celebrated as the Year of Innovation, with events centered around innovation in several spheres, including AI and digital technologies, in culture, in startup ecosystems spanning various domains like climate resilience. Tomorrow morning, the President would be meeting several investors, after which he would leave for Delhi, where he would be inaugurating the France-India Center for AI and Global Health at AIIMS in Delhi. And that would be followed by the gala dinner, which the Prime Minister is hosting for all visiting dignitaries for the AI Summit. And the day after, the President would be attending the AI Summit, after which he would leave for France. Now, I'm sure you would have heard the remarks which were made, the addresses by our two leaders during the press conference, and as also at the Year of Innovation event just a few minutes ago. This visit marks a new milestone in our relations, as the two leaders have decided to elevate our bilateral strategic partnership to a new level, to special global strategic partnership. And this really reflects a very special and very unique nature of our relationship, and to match the growth in the relationship across several domains. And in terms of key deliverables, key outcomes, I will just list a few. For instance, when it comes to overarching achievements, I just mentioned the upgrading of our bilateral relationship to special global strategic partnership. We've also decided to establish an annual foreign ministers dialogue for regularly reviewing the implementation of the elevated partnership, as also the Horizon 2047 roadmap, apart from taking stock of strategic issues happening around us. In terms of technology and innovation, there's been the launch of India-France Year of Innovation. Also the launch of India-France Innovation Network, which some of you might have seen just a few minutes ago. In terms of defense and security, as I mentioned, virtual inauguration of the H125 helicopter final assembly line. Incidentally, our Honorable Raksha Mantri and the French Defense Minister are present there, where they're having, or where they've had by now, their annual defense dialogue. In addition, there's also the reciprocal deployment of officers of our Indian Army and French land forces establishments. On critical and emerging technology, we've decided to constitute a joint advanced technology development group, as also a joint declaration of intent for cooperation in critical minerals. There's also letter of intent to establish a center on advanced materials between our Department of Science Technology and the French institution called CNRS, which is one of the world's largest scientific institutions, especially focused on basic research. We've also we've also signed the amendment to the double tax avoidance agreement between the two countries. And then there are a host of deliverables related to startups, to science and technology, health, renewable energy, skilling. For instance, a letter of intent between T-Hub and Nord France on strategic cooperation in startup ecosystems. Then there is memorandum of understanding for scientific collaboration between our Department of Science and Technology and the French entity CNRS. There is a joint declaration of intent on establishing an Indo-French Center for Digital Sciences and Technology at IIT Mumbai. Launch of Indo-French Center for AI in Health at AIIMS New Delhi tomorrow, which I mentioned. There's also a letter of intent between Department of Biotechnology and French institution ANRS on cooperation in research and development on infectious diseases. That's a very relevant area. Agreement for establishment of India-France Center for Metabolic Health Sciences, the Institute of Liver and Biliary Sciences in Delhi, and a letter of intent to establish a National Center of Excellence for Skilling in Aeronautics in Kanpur. There are several others, and the entire list is available on MEA website. Maybe now our Additional Secretary, Europe West, Mr. Piyush Srivastava, perhaps you would like to add a few words. Thank you.
Just as Sanjeev has mentioned about the visit, I mean, this is fourth visit of President Macron to India, and in fact, if I am not mistaken, 20th meeting between the two leaders in different formats. It includes bilateral visits and also meetings on the sidelines. I would just touch upon the two aspects. Rest is covered by Sanjeev. This strategic partnership is deepening, has deepened considerably, and during this visit there has been a lot of discussion on deepening areas of defense, space, and civil nuclear and counter-terrorism. And I'm sure you would know he started, as Sanjeev said, President Macron started his visit by paying tributes to the victims of 26/11 terror attacks. We have been collaborating very closely with the French government, and they have been very supportive to us after the Pahalgam terror attack. One of the defining features of this visit has been strong focus on people's ties. With France, we have been collaborating very closely, and our partnership with France has been second to none. But if you look at the outcomes, as Honorable Prime Minister has mentioned just now during inauguration of Year of Innovation, the two countries are celebrating this Year of Innovation to focus on business, to focus on collaboration between startups, technologies. There are a number of outcomes on skilling and mobility. So the idea is to strengthen this dimension of the relationship, which will further strengthen the people's ties. So I think I'll stop here, and maybe if there are questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
For the opportunity. My name is Anish. I'm from the Hindu Business Line newspaper. A couple of questions, sir. Today, that both leaders decided to elevate our strategic relations to special global strategic partnership. So, could you just elaborate on the context in a sense, like, and because our Prime Minister did mention about Indo-French relations being kind of a beacon of stability in an uncertain world. So, given that there is uncertainty in West Asia, Ukraine and other parts of the world, so what that meant. And there was also mention about double tax avoidance agreement amendment, and our PM did mention that, that could boost investment and trade. Currently, I think our trade is around $13 billion odd, though it has doubled over the last decade or so. So if there's any target, if anything was decided. Thank you.
Okay. You have a question here?
Adding to that question, I'm Vinaya Deshpande. I'm from the Hindu newspaper. And this is about, if we could get some more context about the significance of special global strategic partnership. Secondly, how significant is it that Mr. Macron spoke of his stance against terror? Why is it significant for India? And thirdly, his visit actually began in Mumbai with a jog on the city streets. I am sorry, but did it have any security alert? Was there how was that handled? Because it wasn't a part of his official program, as I understand. Thank you.
We have a question there.
Yeah, hi, Anurag from Itinerary, and perhaps my colleague can field the rest, and one on jog by ASXP. Though I was very curious when you mentioned whether jogging was part of the official program, because I'd like to know. I'd like to know, when is jogging part of an official program ever? Right. On the strategic partnership, you're aware that India and France established a strategic partnership going back to 1998. And it was, I think, our first with a Western country. And since then, France has emerged as one of our most important strategic partners, not only within Europe, but globally. And you would also recall that both India and France celebrated 25 years of our strategic partnership in 2023. When both countries unveiled the Horizon 2047 roadmap to set the agenda for the next 25 years. And that's probably the most ambitious roadmap we have with any other country. Now, the relationship has become increasingly comprehensive over the years. 25 years is a long time. And both of our countries are working together on all the global challenges of the day, whether it's technological challenges like the kind we are seeing today, or energy transition, or climate resilience. And therefore, both the leaders felt that it was time that we elevate our relationship to special global strategic partnership to truly reflect the level and the depth and the uniqueness of the kind of partnership which we have. So I think that's the broad background and significance. And this is going to further deepen our partnership in a host of areas. So whether it's digital technologies or cyberspace, innovation, renewable energy, counterterrorism, blue economy, Indo-Pacific, maritime security, health, education, culture. These are areas, some of these areas we already have ongoing cooperation, but the very fact that now we've elevated it, it's going to intensify it further. And as I mentioned, we've also decided to have an annual foreign ministers dialogue to take stock of not only strategic issues, but also the implementation of this Horizon 2047 roadmap. Yeah, thank you.
I'll take Anurag on double taxation. The background has been we did have a double taxation agreement with France, but that was outdated, and also it was needed to renew it in the present context. So we did sign a protocol which amend this double taxation avoidance agreement, and which will facilitate investment, which will also benefit from double taxation, both primarily, of course, it's targeted at the businesses, but I think also for the people. I mean, details will come soon. I think Finance Ministry will provide details of it. But we were trying to enter this agreement for a long time, and I don't think it will take much time to be effective. As soon as, it should be, from our side, processes are complete after signature. And from French side, I can't give timeline, but will be implemented very soon.
It will include security transactions also.
I'll have to see details. Maybe You can check
Those
with the
are
finance
technical
ministry,
details.
which will emerge from the finance minister. I think they will issue a press release after this. About the Rafales, with France, our partnership in defense it's very deep, it's very diverse. I mean, partnership covers virtually all platforms, whether it's a naval platform or air platforms. And if you see, recently we had procured this 26 Marine Rafale. So all aspects were discussed, and you have seen in the news the further discussions which happened on several arrangements. Like today we inaugurated this H-125 helicopter assembly line, which is the first ever in the private sector. So it's a strong partnership, and yes, all matters of bilateral cooperation were discussed. And as we are speaking, I think our defense minister are meeting in Bangalore for annual defense dialogue. And I think last point was on terror for you. I didn't get that question. Can you?
I said, how significant is it that France, the French president, should take a stance on terror after coming here as one of the first things?
No, I mean, for the terrorism, our position has been so clear since the beginning, and we have been at the receiving end. With France, the collaboration is very strong, and I think the document which will come out after this meeting, you will see a very strong commitment to fight terrorism in all forms and manifestations. So I think French president making this mention on terrorism itself reflects the depth of our partnership and our close collaboration on the matter. Thank you.
So coming to they liked it. You know that Mumbai hosts several marathons, and to have this sort of public exposure centered around health conveys a very good message to the youth of India, the youth across the world. I think that is the sentiment with which we should take this particular idea of President Macron jogging in Mumbai today. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the close of this press conference. Thank you very much for your presence. We still have our visit going on. We will keep you updated with all the developments that happen as we go ahead.